I'd never actually seen one of these before up until I took this off. Our new shaft's going on. Just got things lined up here. Never easy when you're working over. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now this was normally where your button would be to release the PTO. I believe we're right there. Like that. Usually farmer does all this. Just going to get this other side located. There'll be a few days before we're using it. Ah, got it. There we go, locked on. They're heavy, so it makes it all hard work. I don't know how tight that's meant to be, but that's how tight it's staying. You don't want it so tight you can never get it off. You don't want it coming off either. Is that where she goes? She's got to go on over, like that. That's how she was. There we go. Oh no. There goes my bit. The man came and serviced this teleporter the other day. He was also going to look at the aircon for us because it was freezing itself up. So yeah, we'll give it a good test. It wouldn't take long to freeze up. 10-15 minutes and it was frozen. So we'll see how it goes. We're up at Peter's farm. We've been wanting to fix this for about, I don't know, nearly a year now. When the joints are put together, they put a little screw through and it stops them coming apart. So farmer's on his way up. We're going to quickly do that. Look at this, look. It's still too cold. It's freezing the old windscreen up. We'll leave it to run a little bit longer. The man will come back. He'll come back and he'll move the sensor again. There's a sensor that sits on the condenser or the evaporator, one or the other. It's just about moving that sensor and getting it into the right position so it cuts off when it's meant to. It's like a self cut off. If it gets too cold it needs to cut off, otherwise it just freezes up completely. There's one load gone out of there, but that was it. That was all that we got off Peter's farm this year. Absolutely devastating in terms of yeah, in terms of combining the crops here this year, but yeah, we were lucky at Alistair's. We managed to save most of that. Wasn't the year for spring barley, let's put it that way. By what I hear around, you know, nobody had much luck with spring barley, so yeah, unfortunately that was all we got. We didn't chuck a load of money on it either because we could see it early on it wasn't going to be anything special, so we've still got all the fertiliser left over. That'll carry over to next year, so just waiting for the farmer. Look at this, look. 4-string Timothy. These are packs of oat straw with, what else have we got in there? There's a block of barley straw there, big bale oat straw, some hay on the front as well. We got stuff everywhere. Farmer's just putting some screws in the joints there. That's a better job, isn't it?
Oh, I can't understand, they screwed it all right end.
Yeah.
They haven't done this end.
No, they just forgot, haven't they?
Just forgot it.
Right. Well, it was short-lived. I thought it was better, but there's no air now coming out the vents. So it's actually no better at all. Which is a shame, because that means they got to come out again and have a look again for us. They'll get it right, but quite frustrating. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. There is air there, but it's blowing against a block of ice now. works brilliantly for the first 20 minutes, and then it's obviously frozen now. And you can see by the windscreen it's too cold. It shouldn't be like that. We'll get them back out. They'll come and get it fixed for us. They know what the problem is, but it's just finding the right location for the sensor to turn it off when it should be turned off. We're all updated now. Got to get used to a new screen now. Everything looks a little bit different. Now at 3D mode. I've got some fiddling about with this to get this exactly how we want it. Yeah, pretty straightforward updating it. You know, they're pretty good. They tell you what to do, and you just got to reach out to your Sveaverken people, get in touch with them, and they'll put you onto this new software. We'll give it some testing and I'll tell you how it is. I've got a remote coming as well, so we'll try that out and I'll tell you if that's any good as well. There we go, Farmer's just welding up one of the wings on the disc. I think it's where it was hinged on the pin there. It had cracked on the pin, so Farmer's going to get that re-welded. I think he said he's got quite a bit to do, so, but yeah, just it gets a lot of abuse, that machine, and last year with it being so hard it took a bit of a beating, so we're going to get this tractor properly blown off. I had started.
Well,
Well,
okay, mate, boy. Bit of a proper job now, but
I'll do the hard work.
I don't know which way you're going, boy, but once we go, we'll see.
I'm going that way.
I'll do a cup of tea, mate.
Yeah.
Get it done. We're going all the time. You get done how you want to get done, mate, and that'll do.
Oh.
Close tight, boy. That's good, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's a lovely job, mate.
You'd probably go half a turn more, but
No, that wouldn't matter. And we'll have a cup of tea.
that's good.
Why did you put my grease in it for more often?
Yeah. You don't find yourself with an 11mm very often, do you?
Yeah, 7/16 size.
Oh. Whatever that be.
Oh, you got there as you go on. If you look at that one there, and you have a look at the elongation in the hole.
Ah.
Yeah. That way.
Yeah, she's oval shaped, isn't she?
Well, the trouble is no grease stays in it.
No.
He's gone that.
Yeah.
It's on the drawbar.
These discs aren't too bad though, are they? You know, they still pick the dirt up and chuck it about, don't they?
So you see those still stays tight in the old yellow ones.
Yeah.
You see what these go into,
We had
you see
the old-
what breaks them.
Yeah.
We had the biggest socket we could on the end,
Yeah.
and then there's big Stilsons on there to stop it going rain. Then 6-foot bar on the spanner,
Yeah.
and they still come loose.
Look at that, okay, that's water.
Yeah.
You've got a lot to go yet, innit?
Yeah.
Got a long way to go. Jack up something.
How much would it cost to replace all the discs? Just a rough idea.
Oh, I don't know.
Thousands,
Well,
wouldn't
I'll
it?
look in a minute, everything's catalogued in there.
I bet they're for
I'll tell you in a minute.
200 quid a disc, I bet.
No,
Will they?
how many on there?
For the work, getting them off and on. The work, getting them on and off.
The 2.3C is they're 10-inch spacings on. Just the 2s and the 3s. One's 12-inch, one's 10-inch, but this is a combination of two, and they reckon they're better discs.
Oh, they're smaller on the front, bigger on the back, is that right?
Wider. No, they're smaller, just say warm, mate.
Oh,
But they're narrower. One's 12-inch spacing, one's 10-inch.
right.
Somebody spent a lot of money on them both, because you look at the bolts, they're all new. You look all around it, you have a look around it, and what you can find is a lot of new bolts on it.
And what had happened to this bit, Farmer?
I just pulled it apart, Mark.
So you've gone round the pin, have you? Is that what?
Yeah, well, between the castings, that's a bush there. That's the centre bush, but it broke the ends out. These casings, it broke them out the end.
Oh right, bloody hell, yeah.
And so we've just been round and
Yeah, all the others are all right, are they?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
We had to just a rough ground, Matty. You know, fuck, just abuse, innit? Just that's what it is. But you see what they're going into, mate. And yesterday, you know, I was looked at that when I come. That was all opened up, and I'm like, Christ Almighty, what are we going to do with that? And, and then I just thought to myself, well, actually, I tell you what I thought, because all the pushes that way, this one wasn't broke or cracked even. They were.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, it's the up and down of the thing that's done it. I thought I'd just try it, I'd go because it's soft, you know, it's totally different this year.
Yeah.
And it was good as gold, mate, yesterday. Anyway, it's done now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
It's done, and let me shut this up.
You could say it would want tyres, but you only use it for those 2 weeks of a year, didn't you? Just. You just.
I thought I was better out there. There are some big sets of this about. You can buy them, keep on, make them. There are people that make discs still, mate. I think
They're good. I think they're
a
hell of a
make a set of discs.
Oh yeah. I think they're good too. They are.
Great Plains. Great Plains took over the Simba. I think they sort of made them.
Yeah.
All the Simba stuff has disappeared, but it's brilliant kit.
Such a shame, isn't it? I can't remember where we finished up, but farmer gave us a day off, so took the kids to the FFF&B ploughing match, which is pretty good. Loads of people ploughing, and pretty good show, and met some nice people, and yeah, it was good. While we were doing that, farmer actually stayed back at the farm and started ploughing Peter's farm. We tried the disc graters. The disc graters were getting stuck. You can see it's quite sticky underneath. So farmer thought sod it, and he put the plough on and he ploughed it. Done a nice job as well. Now it's my go. You guys are going to cringe because I've never ploughed a day in my life. I've had a little go on various bits of kit, but I've never actually had a proper day's ploughing. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. We'll just see how it goes, I suppose. We'll have a go. Not too scared to have a go, that's for sure. Don't learn if you don't have a go, so yes, don't expect beautiful results like some of your boys. We'll jump on with the farmer, see what he's going to, he'll show us what's going on. Anyway, while we take over from the farmer, he's going to go and get that big plough. Our current tractors at the moment won't pull it all, especially in this dirt. Come and have a look at this dirt. This is what we got to work with. Just absolute, just clay. It's literally just clay. It's solid clay, we all know that. This is the worst farm for it as well. Heaviest dirt here. We're definitely not going to pull the 7 for a plough through it with the tractors we got. The 8S might have just done it, but we haven't got it still, so we can't dwell on that. So you are going to have to explain
that wheel straight away, look, that wheel at the back, it's wrong way.
Yes, I can see it. It should be dragging, shouldn't
Fucking pain in the arse on this bank. It really is. Usually if you just creep in and go forward,
yeah, I got you.
Keep it creeping forward. But I've had it on guidance, it took a bit of effort to get it out, and you have to trust it, you've got to. Because like that, it's trying to climb the furrow, but immediately it'll come back, but it's so variable, this soil, man.
Yeah.
And where the little lumps and bumps are, you couldn't keep it like that.
No. It
took me a long time to get it set. No, I wanted, do you want that aircon on a bit?
No, it's alright. It's warmer than I thought it was going to be today.
It's tough as old boots, mate.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's worse. As it come this way, it's got worse. Where there's no crop on it, it's worse still.
Yeah.
I ain't had to get any gear, but it's gets close to it and you just have to grin and bear it.
Okay.
You couldn't keep it like that, mate. Within 2 runs of us doing it, it'd be wrong.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll be just climbing the furrow a bit, and sometimes it'll be trying to climb out the bank, but I haven't had to tweak it much today.
No. Okay.
You know, those green buttons there, if you just give it one press,
yeah.
you know, whichever way it is, but you can only do it by, I ain't had to touch it for the last hour, I ain't touched it, man.
No. And what will it do? Will it try and climb out?
You just got to trust it. Like, well, it's trying to climb out, but no, it's just riding up on the bank a bit. But
yeah.
you've got to just trust the thing to keep it straight. If you want it straight,
yeah, just let
just got to let it do it, mate. If it's trying to climb out too hard, I just press the right hand button one, and I literally just give it one press.
Yeah.
But where there's no crop, fucking hell, it's terrible, man.
Yeah.
And where I'll keep double drilled over there, it was, you know, it's really awful.
Was it?
Oh, this is the best thing for it, mate.
Right, with ploughing, what are we doing then?
Getting some air in the soil, man.
Yeah, but we didn't get any legs for it or anything last year, did we? It was hard as hard, wasn't it?
It was so hard, but also that the amount of rain we had. Yeah, that's what
it's sticky as well.
You've got to remember what we had in the spring.
Yeah.
And it's great saying, oh, it's this, it's that, and your cultivations are wrong. It wouldn't matter what fucking cultivations you've done down here, boy, because you just had so much rain and it's so wet.
Yeah.
And it's clay. You're only ploughing to what, 5-6 inches?
Yeah.
And it's clay, mate. And it's clay from top to bottom. It don't matter whether you plough 1 inch or 2 inch.
Right.
It's clay.
Yeah.
They're in.
No.
People tell you they got tough soils, mate. This will be one of the toughest farms, you know, around, really. The settings of a plough, when you see these old boys setting ploughs up, it's crucial, mate.
Yeah.
I was ploughing down that side and it was like one furrow wasn't right, and I would give the arm half a turn.
Yeah.
Literally, I would pick the thing up, I went half a turn, picked it up, and it made the difference.
Yeah.
But, and the skips could do with adjusting, but actually, I just thought to myself,
it's all brown.
I haven't, yeah, exactly. We ain't got the time or the inclination. I didn't want to be sat messing about with them for 2 hours yesterday.
No. I wanted to be ploughing.
Yeah. And it's going to get sprayed, Max. It's not like it ain't going to get sprayed, because it is. See, like now, look, she's just climbing up the furrow wall.
Yeah.
Sorry, up the furrow. I've run that, I've run it on auto, but I just do it on my foot throttle. As my wheels get to the end, I pick it up.
Yeah.
So I don't have to turn nowhere.
So just up on
that
the arm.
It's just down, and it will plough across, turn it over.
Yeah.
It didn't turn it over that end, so you do have to just keep your eye on that, because sometimes it will do that.
Yeah.
And then it'll just swing it back out.
And what's the fix if it doesn't do it?
Just go again.
Just pulse it again.
But if you don't want to pulse it twice, because then it jolts the sequence and it'll go the other way, so you just do it like that, and just steer back in. Right, the reason for turning that way is 2 things, and I'll show you. Like that, if you just literally, as your front wheel goes down the furrow bank, drop it down, and you'll be right. I'd press the guidance and run the foot through, that's what I do.
Yeah.
You do it like, whatever, that all my right. Just because it's easy. Well, the thing is, press the guidance as your wheel drops down that furrow, drop the plough down.
Drop plough down and hit.
People will mark the headland.
Yeah.
But quite honestly, when you've got that grass, you just, as your wheels get to the grass, pick your plough up.
Yeah, front wheel.
Turning left-handed, when you're turning left-handed, you're doing 2 things. When you reverse up, you're keeping your plough out the edge.
Yeah.
Because when your plough's turned over, your plough's aiming the other way.
Yeah.
If you drive out and go right-handed, your plough's up in the edge all the time.
Right, yeah.
And you watch the old boys when they're ploughing.
Always turn into the plough.
Yeah. With a reversible.
Yeah.
I'm not saying with a conventional, mate.
No.
You've got to go the way you're going. The other thing you're doing, Matt, when you're picking that plough out ground, if you're picking the plough up and going right-handed, you're trying to still plough. If you back forward quite at the grade, you're still trying to plough. So if you're turning left-handed, because the way the plow's shaped, it's up and all, it's free, it's out of the ground.
Yeah, okay.
And you'll see exactly what I mean. When we get to this end, you watch that plough, it's swinging that way.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, all the showers and everything, you've got no pressure on the molding boards.
No.
Because you're just lifting straight out and round.
Right, okay. So always turn into your ploughing. Farmers showed us basically what to do. I haven't really got a clue. But I don't know. The main of the job is to turn it over and get it brown. So it ain't going to be anything fancy. And I know there's ploughmen out there that can do their work, you know, very right. Got her set to a happy medium. You know, it's not ploughing nice all over, but it's doing an all right job. Doing a lot of it, you suddenly become good at it. You know what adjustments to make it look perfect. But I don't know those little adjustments. Farmer's got her set, and the guidance is doing the straight line, so I can't vouch for that either. But we're going to finish the straight line work off. Farmer will come and finish off the headland. He wants to plough it in towards the headland. I think that's what I don't know if it ins towards the headland or out towards the headland. I imagine out is to the headland, isn't it? Ploughing it in is in. That's how I see it, but I don't know. Either way, Farmer's going to finish that bit. I think Barry's coming next week to have a go. They're going to go and try and get the rest of this farm finished, and then try and get Alistair's ploughed up as well. We've got to get ready for the sea cleaners, so that's what we'll be doing on the next video. Yeah, I've never used this tool before, so it'll be a bit of experience. Apparently you always turn into your ploughing. I can see why, because it keeps the back end of the plough out of the way of the hedge and everything else. We're into something a bit tougher here. Look at that. I love it when it looks shiny like that. That don't look too bad like that. I'd love to say I was the one that set that up, but that wasn't me. But anyway, it'll get winterized, so it'll stay like that over winter. Great for drainage. Our moles are in there as well. You can see our moles along here, so our moles are in there as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this farm drains a bit easier next year, and then come next year we might, depends how weather's down, but we might be able to pull that Max across it and get a nice level finish after that, or we might have to power harrow it. We'll see. I'm going to show you when I get to the end. One time I've got this end picks away, so I've got to start. Well, I don't know what I'm doing there really, but he said as long as you do the same thing over and over again, it'll be all right. I can't guarantee that, but right. So I'm just going to knock the revs off, and then when the front wheels touch the headland, up goes the plough on the back. I've turned the wrong way to start with. That's not very clever, is it? Shall we have a redo? I hope he's not watching me. He's gone to set the other plough up, so we've got to turn into the ploughing. This is your guys' fault, that's not my fault. And then as we're reversing, we need to turn the plough over. So we hold the button down, it pulls the plough in, turns it over. God, I'm a right newbie at this. And then you got to wait for it to, obviously you'd be doing that all while you're reversing. I can't do three things at once, I'm afraid. And I'll just show you pulling back in. But as you can see, it keeps the plough away from the hedge. And then as we turn back in, he said as it starts going down the furrow, drop her down on the move button. Basically we're trying to keep our bottom headland all the same, so that when he comes to do the headland, he's got a nice straight row to plough into or out to, or whatever there may be, and it looks, you know, it looks right at the end there. If you're picking her up all over the place, it'll look all curved and it just won't look right. So I think that's the main of it. It's quite warm with that open, so I'm going to shut that. But that's the main of the job. Our little headstock keeps moving. If we adjust, oh, wrong way. I don't know what that does. I'm guessing it pushes the front furrow so you can match your ploughing up a bit better. I'm guessing. But it adjusts the angle of the plough, he said, as well, so I ain't done enough of it to know the tricks. The skims, you can see the skims, they are before the plough. They're little metal pieces before the plough. If you look at the top row, they're like half ploughs. And you want those, literally, they're called skims for a reason, because they skim the top and they just basically chuck all the rubbish underneath. And to set them up, you want each one just brushing the, you know, skimming the top. That's how you want them set. And everything else I don't know on. The depth is done on the back wheel at the back there, so that's how you get your finish, you know, from your front to your back. Yeah, this field's all over the place. We've got a big wet spot in the middle here. We're not sure if we've got a broken drain under there or something. It's just, you can see a patch here and there's another one up here. I don't know if we don't know. But yeah, there's the job. I'm going to end the video there because I know this video will be getting on. So I might just show you a last minute clip at the end there of it finished, this field. But yeah, it's a big old field. I think, I can't remember how many acres this one. 50 acres, I think. Daisy said it was the whole size of her farm. Oh dear. That's just, yeah, just a scale thing. But the skill in the job is driving the straight line, you know, matching your ploughing up and setting your plough nice. It should look like each furrow goes all the way across the field in a seamless manner and everything's level. That's the beauty, that's the you know, the perfection to the job. But we're not after it. We're not after any beauty awards here. We just want it turned over. So there we go. Maybe like that. But Keithy's back tomorrow. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Keithy. And yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Farmer's on about getting some. The seed cleaners are coming this week, so we've got to get ready for that. So we've got to go and get seed prepped and put in trailers and stuff like that. So I think that's what we're doing on the next video. And then we might even be out on the drill by the end of the week, because I think it's going to come nice by the end of the week. And if it's dry enough, we might even be drilling. Fingers crossed. But yeah, farmer has got some stats here. What was he saying? 30 litres an hour. 24 litres per hectare, 1 hectare per hour. I think he said he covered 30 acres yesterday, and it all added up. So there's the stats on there. Right, there we go. That's the end from me for this one. But thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go and have a good play here, and we will. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can. If you head down in the description, you'll find our Four Winds Farm merch. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. I don't know if you guys will pick it up there. That is, I think it's, I can't remember what type of crane it is. It's quite a common one apparently, but usually a pair of them down here. They're always on this field. This field's ploughing a lot better though. We're at the top of the runway here. But yeah, I just want to show you, it's just ploughing a little bit nicer. Not so much clay in this stuff, but still heavy dirt, but not as heavy as that last field. Farmer's just coming by. He's got the towed one on. Look, took 2 of the furrows off. But yeah, if we're on this job tomorrow, we'll catch up then. But I think it's going to rain us off. We'll see. But I quite enjoyed that. I didn't do the finishing. Farmer's done the finishing, but we'll learn that another day.